so the next step is we're gonna color the base first and then the chocolate. So chocolate is very simple. Like you try to get the chocolate color first of all. So get the color, so get a color, and then I don't know, I'm just guessing the color. I'm not adjusting anything right now. Okay, so I will adjust it later. If you notice this, I'll edit and I will make it big. Okay, I'll edit. Now go back. So see, it has 3-4 color. There is like a gradient going on. Gradient in Photoshop. If you're a Photoshop user, you know what is gradient, and if you don't know Photoshop or any other tool, it's like gradient means a fade out color happening. It's like gradually changing the color. Okay, so it's gradually changing. It's not like this pink and then white. So when you examine here, so this is brownish and then there is this gradual color change and then it goes to yellowish, whitish, and then again, right? So Houdini has a tool which came out recently, I think after 17.5. There is this new attribute came, which is called mask. See this mask, all this 1 2 3 4 5 is a mask base. This tab was in there in the previous version of 16.16, 16.5, 17 and 17.5, I guess. Okay, but it's really new and it's very helpful for then. So I'll show you what does this do and how we used to do, like before this mask node, how we used to do. I'll go back, so I'll bring geo, right, mask, and then I'll go inside, I'll bring torus because that's a good tool to show, and I will increase. So first I'll show you what does mask do, and then I will show you how we have done previously. So mask, I'll take it to mask by feature. Okay, so I'll click it. So right away, if this red, if you don't get it red, then then don't panic. Then you just go to the show handle, then you get the red. Some can get like a heat color rather than this red and white. You might get a purple and some yellowish color. It's the same. Okay, don't be worried, right? So this mask has a lot of options. For mask by feature is basically it's like you can control the feature already exist and get colored. All right, even this has group, and it can be primitive, polygon, point, or vertex. It can be anything. Okay, no matter, it can take anything. We don't have currently we don't have any group, so we ignore it. And combine mask is output. So output means this, like this is the output attribute it's gonna give. So in here just P, but if you click here, there is mask, and if you click this one, then their mask will be also be there. See, their mask. So it's the attribute it is creating by itself. Okay, so we ignore that, we just take the mask, and likewise you have other as well. And you can, if you want, you can take that attribute or write down your attribute if you want, like ASD, whatever. But what we are after is talking about mask attribute. So you can pretty much get the angle and get the mask part. So this is the part you wanted to mask it. And what is mask? It's a pretty common terms. I'll plug it in null. It's a pretty common term in Houdini, in 3D or in any editing. The masking is pretty quite well known tool. The masking is basically it's just this area are masked. That's pretty much it means. And you can see this is red. Don't worry about that red, because it's actually black and white, but in order to make us see, it's just a visualizing thing. It is not, they are not coloring for us, they are just helping us visualize it. Okay, these are the part, it's been masked. Okay, so that's masked. And the beauty of mask and shadow, there are different, this is direction based and this is shadow based. So shadow based means like if you have a grid, and I will merge it. So I'll merge it. Now you can see, yeah, see shadow, you can see shadow. I will increase it. Boom, boom. Look at the shadow. Shadow, you can adjust it. Blurring iteration, shadow. So that's shadow. And if you just say like no cast shadow, and then it removes. And of course there's ambient occlusion. Ambient occlusion means the surrounding lights and stuff. This based to are not that important, but it's helpful in some cases. Technical term, by the way. Ambient occlusion is a light based technical term. Okay, we haven't reached there yet, so I won't take that. I will delete the grid and the merge because there's no use of showing what is that. You can adjust. So now you can see here remap. So remap means you can remap the flow. The flow, you see the dark red and the light red, you can actually remap it. So based on what? So you can control the shadow, but we unchecked it. We can control the ambient occlusion, but we unchecked it. But we have directional, right? So directional is on, so we can click the directional, and then voila, you can pretty much make your own shape based on the color. And you can, the cool part is you can see what is happening. See, so this red part are masked. Okay, so what's the use of that? All right, so now we know that like we can take any way we can take it. We can't take using group because this is not a group, this is a point attribute. We can use group to delete this part where the red is, but it need a little bit of expression because this is based on attribute. So what we can do here is like we can bring we know that in the scatter node, you can bring any attribute. So density, right now as a default scatter has a density attribute, but if we type here mask, because this one is a mask point attribute, so mask, so I type it mask, the spelling has to be correct and the caps also. If I click that, you will like what did it happen? There's nothing change occur, right? So if I go very higher, then you can see, as we paint it, it is trying to spread the point accordingly. So I will make a good assumption, would need a lot of, I will keep more, then you will have a better color understanding. So now you can see much better colors. Now you can see, yes, now it's understanding, right? It's based on that we can color or we can spread points based on this one mask tool. If you go here, that's just one mask tool, and and accordingly there are other but I want to explain how we usually do in the previously how we usually do. We actually color or paint. So you see your paint color. So this is also a new node, but in the previous there was a node called just paint. There's no paint color but just paint. So if I click that paint, and then if you check the show handle, then you will have that brush. And now you can color. We need to fill with black. Okay, so first we will fill with black. This is how we usually do before, and then we color it red. Okay, and then we bring that so right now this will be in the CD, so we will bring a scatter node and we say that okay, put the points on CD where it is. So this is how we this is how we do. Okay, so there are some pattern that I did not paint black. Okay, so I forgive me. So this is how we previously paint, and this is how it is now. Much easier. It's like all you can do is if you pull that down, it's going to delete it. It's pull that down, it's going to delete it. It's going to pull that down. So I'm just pulling it down. So now, yeah, see, so this is how 18.5 is helping us to do, and this is how previously how we do. Okay, we cannot get a proper round or something. We need to paint by ourselves. Houdini 18.5 got improved by saying there's a mask by attribute. Yeah, paint a mask. Okay, so same thing, both are same. Paint a attribute paint, both are attribute paint node. So even this is a new node. I told you, right, this is a new node, but previously we had a node called just paint. Okay, so color paint, and this is mask paint. So in this version we have two same but different attribute happening. So here you can see attribute is CD. When we bring the attribute paint and the mask, we have mask. So what's happening here is like you can't change it anywhere you can change it, but how can you bring it is like attribute has a CD and here the attribute has mask. Okay, so now we can, I'll just show you how we did the way I paint here. I don't have to paint black. So that's the beauty of this mask. Like black is already there, like, even though it is, you can't see, it is there. See, black is there, it is deleting. Like here you can see white, but it is not white. For them when you put attribute mask, it's like black and white. So this is black and this is white, so it's easy, right? So even you can see here how I painted and here how I got it, and here you see forgot to paint here, and here very easily I've created this one. So mask by feature and the old method. Likewise, if you right click and there are like mask along geometry and mask from geometry. So I'll bring the mask along geometry first with the same torus. I'll just drag and drop here. I'm lazy, and this is Houdini, so there's always a space for lazy people like me. Okay, so in this distance along geometry, it need a start point. So you can see if you click here, nothing happens. There's nothing, you can't see anything. So that's because it need a start point or a group. You can start a point by giving a number. So you can also put, of course you all know that everything has at least one point. So, and the one point always starts with from 0 in Houdini. So if I click 0, boom, so this is where it's happening. Okay, so but I will get some points, right? So I will bring group node. I'll take the bounding region, and then I will just, okay, so I have that. And if I come up here now, you can't get that because it is looking for points, and you can't get this group also because you can get this group, but you need a point to generate whatever. So you take 2 points, and then if you go here, remove that, then you say that I have a point which is group 1. You see, and the best part is even this one you can manipulate the way you want using the remap tool. So that's it about the distance along geometry. All you need is a point, and of course it will be output as mask. See, mask in a point group, and that's pretty much about the distance along geometry. And the next cool thing I want to show you is that if you go to the previous project, which is abstract, then we know that we can promote the attribute point to primitive, this one. So mask along is a point attribute. If we take that into primitive attribute, we know that we can do something crazy, isn't it? So I'll promote it. I'll bring PolyExtrude. So I'll distance it and individual distance, and then if I go to the local and I said mask whatever, voila. Okay, come on, I hate that. So voila, you see. So based on that remap we did here, we have something amazing. Okay, yes. So as I go, I have nice fade happening, and also I can improve. Isn't it amazing? Easy, right? So I'll keep it and I'll write down. So previously this is very hard to do, now it's very easy. And the next one I want to show you is mask from geometry. So mask from geometry behaves just like the group node. It's like, I'll give you a moment to, you know, like if I am going faster. So if this is the node structure, okay. I didn't do much. All I just did is I colored using the remap, and the group is this one because it need a start point. This node need a start point, so I created a start point based on bounding region, and then I promoted to primitive because PolyExtrude only takes primitives. So that's how I got it. And even this is like two different method of doing. So this is how we previously done. I mean, when mask tool wasn't there, this is how we done. Now you have mask and much more easier. Okay, and right now what I want to show you is same thing. I'll take torus and I'll group it. So even I'll group this one, I mean plug it this one, and both it's showing you error because yeah, this is it. If you come outside, it's gonna refresh, right? So but here move mask from geometry is not giving you refresh, it's giving you an error because it is looking for an object, just like in the group node. Just like in the group node bounding box, you have an object. So just like this, it's even this is looking for the second output, second input. Okay, so I'll bring a box for same for both. I'll bring the same thing. So I'll box and this, and this one recognized it. This one recognized there is a box. Even this is polygon or primitive or whatever. Let me check if this works for, yeah, it works for anything. It can be primitive, it can be point, anything. But this one, it need to be point, then only it recognized. So see, it recognized only when it changed to points, but here you don't have to change it, automatically recognize. And see the difference, right? See the difference. Of course, this gonna create a point group, and this gonna create a point attribute called mask. And so that's the difference. There's a difference. And but I'll tell you what's the advantage of mask and what's the disadvantage of group is that. So let's do with this one. All right, okay, I'll shape it that way. So see, these are the point I've selected for both. Okay, and best part here is like you can adjust with the mask from geometry. Even this has the remap, and if you have remap, then which means like you can have, oh shit, you can have control, right? So you can take control, and of course the fade also you can have a control on that. Okay, and let's bring it a PolyExtrude for both. Okay, so first I'll bring for this one. It looks for primitive, but there's no primitive, so we need to promote it using group, because it is a group, right? So we taking it from the group, so we need to change to the group. So I'll change new and convert from point to primitive. Okay, and then if I come up here, change to point, the new one, and Yeah, you see. So this is what I get. Okay, this is what I get. There's no way I get a fade out. But here, so I'm taking the same PolyExtrude, but instead of promote group, I'm promoting the attribute promote, and of course I'll change to mask primitive, of course, and yeah, you know that PolyExtrude, we have the group because we copied it, and we go here and then say mask. Boom, look the difference. All right, look the difference. Yeah, see here, isn't this cool? You have a good fade out, good fade, but here you have very straight cut, like a muhak, isn't it? And the best part, again, with the mask tool, you can adjust the fade. Come on, adjust the fade, and you see, yeah, isn't that cool? Isn't it cool? This is not the end of this power. Like you can do a wide variety of things with this. I'll just quickly show you. Okay, so here you have that. Okay, then I'm gonna animate. Okay, I'm gonna animate from this. Like if you hold on the alt and click, then you get keyframe all of this. You don't all of this, and you go 48 and then move it, I don't know, like this or something. Then again keyframe it. First let's have a look into the group and how it's done. You see, yeah, it's good, but nah, not interesting. But so it's the same thing. Okay, it's same happening. It's like two method actually. Okay, so now let's have a look into the mask method. Okay, now we play. You see, now this is beautiful, right? This has a good shape. Like it has a fade, so it looks so good and pleasanting and satisfying. So that's the help of mask tools. So how we have done previously, so I'll just explain one more thing. So I'll explain how we used to do previously, is that with the same box, okay, with the same box as our animate. All right, so how we used to do before is that we color, I'll bring in the side. Okay, so I'll type in here mask from geo. Okay, mask from geo. So how we usually used to do before is that we color this to black, and then we take the same and tell that, okay, this is red or white. Okay, it's the same thing. So because we know that red is 1, red equal to 100, and white is 111. Okay, and we know that it always takes the first channel, keeping it red and black, and keeping it black and white is the same. It takes it as 1. Both will take it as 1. So red is more visible for our naked eyes, so I keep it red. So I have that animation object, and I have that static object. Same with this one, a torus and box is the animated, and a torus is the static. So what we're gonna do, like before, how we do is that we create there's in the attribute, there's something called attribute transfer. So this one, attribute transfer, so what it does is it need a geometry from the 1 input and geometry from the 2 input. So basically what it does, takes one attribute from right and it will transfer to the left. Okay, so So right now you can see it was black, and as soon as I plug into the attribute transform, it has transferred all the point to the torus. So if you come up here, you can see attribute transfer from what to what. So as a default, it will be primitive and it will try to transfer the CD first. Okay, so that's why it's already there, even though it is not mentioned anywhere here. It already transferred the color because it is built that way that CD is the first to be attracted. So but you can give it, you can say that no, I want CD, or if you have any other attribute called I'll create a quick attribute, thing tricks. Okay, and then I keep it 0, point, float, and 0. The same thing, I'll keep it here, and I said, so imagine this box has a thing tricks attribute, the value of 1. Okay, so 1. So right now this is just this attribute, then the new attribute that I just created is just for fun. Okay, just to show you what is happening. All right, so it's like if I come up here in the color and go to the geometry, then I can see thing tricks has 0 value in the torus, 0 value, right? But in the box we gave a 1 value, so there is 1, but this one's gonna transfer to the torus, wherever this box is touching. That's where the thing tricks gonna transfer its points. Okay, its number value, right? So you can see that. So here right now it's everything is red, of course color is transferred, so that's why you can see that. But if you can also, if you come up here, you can say that now I want also thing tricks to be transferred. Then you come here, in here, see there is 1 value everywhere. Okay, but you must be wondering like, but I want only to this part, isn't it? I only want to transfer the color and also the thing tricks to be in here in this box. Whatever it is in this box, transfer the value there, not everywhere. Okay, so that here in the attribute transfer there is a tab called condition, and in that ignore all these 3. Okay, only look of distance threshold. It is as a default it is set to 10, so that is why. So if you change it, then you can see it's, but you'll be like, it's weird, the box is in the other way, box is like this. Okay, box is like this and it's giving you this one. That's because we are transferring point colors, isn't it? But you can notice the box has only 8 points. So this are the points. So it is taking the points from here. That is why you get that as a red. But in order to get exactly what you want, then you need to improve your divisions, or scale your divisions. So go to the mesh and make it 34. Now you can see, like if you go here, now you'll be like, now it's working much better, right? So it's like, see, the box is there, that is also there, and the part which is omitting is the part doesn't have points. Okay, so that we can fix. That there's no easy fix. The easy fix will be get the box with the volume points. So volume points, like if you take it as a point from volume, okay, you will get everything because it has points everywhere, so that it can transfer. Okay, so that's one good method to get completely what you are after. Okay, and that way you can see. And if you want, like in the mask you can see that there is a blend happening, right? Not blend or a fade or a blur, so that you can adjust from here. So see how many steps we need to get what we are after. So it's the same. I'll bring the same step, copy it, paste it to this, okay, and I will promote CD, okay, and I will also change to CD, okay. Now yeah, see, we got the same result as that. So this is the all method by attribute transfer, how we used to do. So you can see here in the mask method, I can still adjust the way I want. I have that same look with the color method we did, and in this we have the black and red color also, but here we don't have any color, just the mask tool. Okay, so here again, like after this we need to delete the attribute CD primitive. So this is a long method, isn't it? So this is the previous method and this is the new method. It's the same. Look at the animation. All right, you see the animation, beautiful, very easily, and you see the animation in the all method. I'll click on the attribute delete so that the color is gone. So see, it's the same thing but longer method, isn't it? So that's what the help of a mask tool, very easily you can create a lot of stuff. If you come up here, I post about the attribute tricks, the new attribute that created thing tricks. Okay, so now you come here, you will be able to see only this part where it is red. Of course, red, the color red came because we transfer color red also with the attribute create. So it's a good visualization that we can tell that this is the part where thing tricks, you know, the one value from here has been transferred to the torus. Wherever this part is, it's going to be the one of torus. Okay, so in the geometry also you can see that one, you can see one, and there are some part there is zero. There are zero because these part are zero and these part will be having, you know, some 0.9543 whatever value. The power of attribute transfer is so big. It's like you can bring as many object you want. Like you can create so it's a new, imagine this is a new. Okay, so I'll delete the previous copied and I can say, okay, even this part also, see, I have that. So the power is not that much. Okay, the power is big. You know, with the merge node you can bring a lot of object. Same here, you know, you can bring a lot of object and merge to the group or to the mask group. Okay, so let's get back to the donut again.